We all have those days. The days when we are running so late that we leave the house without having checked the mirror. We quickly realize that the quirky smiles we get throughout the day are not of those hoping to form new friendships. No. Instead, they are a not so friendly reminder that I forgot to comb my hair. Had I checked the mirror, I would have known to comb my hair and spared myself the embarrassment of those interactions. Reading holds a mirror up to us and lets us know of the things that we can do to improve our own lives. Good day. My name is Kgothatso Crutse, and the characters in the books that I have read have enabled and challenged me to change my own life. Here's how. In the memoir, The Audacity of Hope, the author Barack Obama turns the spotlight to his own mother, Stanley Ann Dunham. When he describes how she would often drag him to church, he notes that this was not done so that he would find Jesus. No. Instead, he notes that this was done so that he would receive what he describes as a religious sampling of Christianity. To Barack Obama's mother, religions were simply the flawed attempts of various cultures to understand and interpret the various mysteries of life. More central to this phenomenal woman's idea of devotion is a simple sense of wonder. When Obama describes how his mother lived these values, he uses overly long sentences laden with imagery. In addition to this, he employs the use of weak verbs and frequent pauses to create a nostalgic tone, likely consistent with how his mother might have felt. When he describes how these values impacted him, he uses fewer pauses, quickening the pace while still retaining the long sentences that characterize his own writer's voice. As for me, I am moved to always carry with me a simple sense of wonder. To wonder at the miracles of life, to wonder at the miracle of life, to wonder at how a momentary action can bring someone such lasting joy. These sorts of actions have a ripple effect and are instrumental to identifying our common humanity and forming a new society based on the principles of lifting each other up. This abiding sense of wonder will deepen our conviction for life. In our conviction and astuteness, we will safely weather the storms of life. What we do after the tears of defeat will determine where we end up. The novel After Tears tells the story of how Bafana Kuzwayo navigates the embarrassment of having failed his law degree. Instead of telling the truth, he goes to extreme lengths to defend his lie. As the story unfolds from his perspective, we get an inkling of how he perceives the world around him. From the many similes and metaphors that he uses, it becomes clear that he sees the world both for what it is and what it can be, even if this is sometimes overly exaggerated. It is through these keen powers of observation that he notices the opportunity to leave his life of poverty behind through the illegitimate degree certificate that Yomi, another character in the novel, offers him. Eventually, he is caught out, and we all learn the value of telling the truth. But there's another lesson here. As he works to defend his facade, Bafana shows great resourcefulness, going as far as opening an office for his supposed legal practice. In the midst of the challenges that I face, I hope to live this resourcefulness to the full. To look upon the ashes of defeat and see not disaster, but the mortar that will help build something greater. To be like Bafana and leverage every talent, gift, and skill to overcome any obstacle in my path. All in the confines of the law, of course. Our outlook of life determines our output of life. For life is defined and punctuated by seamless moments of transition. It's time to see the opportunity to grow from every meandering path. It's time to wonder at the resources that may lie on that path. It's time to be conscious of them, be stubborn in the face of defeat, and render our own path straight. The authors of these books have expertly crafted the voices of characters that have not only spoken to me, but have been endeared to me. The lessons in their stories have been a source of both encouragement and inspiration, leaving me both confident and convicted to meet the ever-changing world. I thank you.